Hello, ladies. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Um, I'm filming this on Monday. Um, I'm not sure what day I'll upload it, but I started a project and I thought, oh my gosh, before I go any further, let me turn my camera on. So I have this idea in my head. I want to make a journal, and I am going to do, I've done this before, and actually one of my subscribers has a journal that she purchased from me a while back, that's like the one that I want to make, like this one here. So if you guys want to make it along with me, um, here's what you're going to need. So this stuff here is really, really heavy. It's this stuff here. Durable press board. I got this at the thrift store, and it's a real thick, really good, like a cardboard. So what I want to do is I made a little sketch over here. I don't know if it will make sense to anybody, but this is going to be a front cover. If you can see the layout, this will be the front cover. I'll have a spine, the back cover or the base, another spine, and the front cover. So I did a little sketch here of kind of what it will look like. I haven't got this piece cut yet because I wanted to do it on camera. So my base, my back piece is 8 inches by 9 inches. And then I cut my spine and I did 2 layers of this material for the spine because I want a strong spine. So I glued those together. I glued 2 layers of it together. So this measures 9 by 1.5. So that'll be one spine there, and this will be the other spine. And then I'll have a cover here and a cover here, and it will open up like this. Okay, so, and then on the spine, I wanted little ridges, little bumps. I'm not sure what they're called. I'm just going to call them little ridges. So I measured 1 inch in from the top and 1 inch from the bottom and made a line because that's where I'm going to put my first 2 ridges. And then I centered my middle one between 5 inches. If I put my ruler at 1 and measure this up like this, so I'm going to have one there, and then I tried to center this middle one right so the 5-inch mark is right in the middle of this piece. So I layered 3 layers of these together and glued them all together. I should have showed you guys that, but so now I'm going to glue them down to my spine pieces. So I'm just using some glue in here. It's a mixture of Aleene's and Glue-All, Elmer's Glue-All. Sorry, I got the sniffles. Seems like every time I want to do a video, I have the sniffles. Maybe it bothers me more than it does anybody else. So I just want to get them somewhat straight on there. So I made a line right there where the middle of, or where the, at the 5-inch mark anyway. And I'm just going to use my other one as a reference so that I get them somewhat straight. Oh, I did make that line so it would, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I just pressed them down real good for a little bit to make sure that they're stuck really good. And I just put them up beside each other to make sure they're kind of, you know, somewhat look alike, you know. They're not going to be next to each other, but I want them to look good. Okay, so for the cover piece, I just went ahead and cut that 8 1/4 inches because I want a little bit of an overlap. And what was my middle? I forget what my middle was. I'm bad at math. I have to measure it again. 4 1/16. 4 1/16 inches is my middle for 8 1/4 inches. So I'm just going to cut that in the middle with my paper trimmer. Okay. 4 1/16 is right there. Okay, so I have my two sides, my two covers, and they're going to overlap a little bit. That's why I made it a little bit larger. So this is what the layout's going to look like. Okay, you're going to have your spine piece, your base, your back, your other spine piece, your front cover, your right side front cover, and your left side front cover. Am I saying that right? Yes. Front cover, left side, front cover, right side. So this will come up. This will be your spine. Those won't stand up. But this will come up and it will close like this. And we'll have a little bit of an overlap. So when you open it up, it'll look like this. And I want to put, I'm going to cut my paper so that I can have a signature over here and a signature over here, and they will lay nicely. Let me get another sheet of paper. Okay, so I'm going to have it so that my paper, or our signatures, are going, one's going to open up this way, one's going to open up this way. So I'm thinking I would like to use, I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to use fabric for all the seams. Just not sure which fabric I want to use yet. So let me go dig through my fabric bin, and we will put this together. We'll glue it all together. Okay. One thing I think I forgot to mention was the measurements for this piece here. And it is, of course, 1.5 to go along with the width of our spine, and 3/4 this way, 3/4 of an inch this way. You can do them any size you want, but that's just the size I chose. Okay, so I got some muslin, and I ripped it to the size that I want my fabric to be. I think I may have gone a little bit too big, but I don't mind that. I'd rather have more than enough than not enough to hold on to each side of the cover. And I just realized I need to buy some more muslin. I'm getting low. I'm getting low on muslin. So I'm just gonna so we'll put that there, and then this one over here. I'm just gonna rip a little more than what I actually need. And I'll put this aside. I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this. I've got my window open, so I'm good there. I'm just putting a good amount of a space. I guess everybody's different on what they do for their space in between. I like to leave a good, I don't know the measurement, but maybe a popsicle stick width, this width here in between. So that's a good amount. That's a good amount of space. So I'm going to put my Fabri-Tac on. Okay. I'm just going to check again and make sure everything's straight and even. And kind of hurry up because Fabri-Tac dries really fast. Okay, here goes nothing. Here goes nothing. All right. It's down. There's no turning back. Okay, I got the glue all on that side, and I'm just going to do the very same thing. Whoops, I moved it. Oh no. Oh no. Not good. Let me turn it this way. Make sure that I'm straight. Okay, we're straight. So I'm just going to give that a good rub on there. Okay, so now I can kind of show you how, see how these are, I like this because they will open good and they will lay, it'll lay flat. So it's going to look like this. You know, it's going to open up like this. So now we're going to put fabric on this side of the spine. I may go over that, I don't know, but I just like to make sure it's good and strong. So all I'm going to do is put some more glue on and glue them down. And when I'm done that step, I will come back. I just wanted to show you around these edges here, I'm putting a good amount of glue around the edges. And then in this part here, where the seam is for the spine and the cover. So I'm going to put a good amount of glue there, there, and there, and then all over. We'll do one together and then I'll do the other one off camera. And make sure you get glue on the top part too. Okay. All right. So you want to manipulate this and get this in to the crevices and around your what are they called? Your bumps. So you just want to do that until it's stuck down really good. You can use a bone folder, you can use your fingernails, whatever helps. Okay, so I just want to show you I really had to get in there and push those so the fabric would stay, and it took a while to do, so you gotta have a little bit of patience, but you'll be able to get the job done. And here's the other side. I still have to manipulate that a little bit in there, but there's our little raised bumps. So just to show you kind of what it's going to look like, it's going to look like that. And then you'll have a signature on this side, one or two, I don't know yet how many I'm going to put in, and one on this side. And I'm thinking that I'm not certain of this measurement yet, but probably 8 1/2 length and 3 3/4 this way, so that they'll both fit in there nicely and you'll be able to get into the pages. That's my plan so far. I don't really know how it's going to work out, but we'll see, I guess. I'm just trying to make sure it's all straight. I think I got it a little crooked, but I'm not going to sweat over it. I'm just going to let it be. So I'm going to let this dry, and I'll be right back. So we're just going to, I'm just going to trim off the excess up here, because I'm going to go over this whole thing with fabric, I'm thinking. So I just want to get rid of the excess. And we'll call this good for part 1. I'm not sure what I want to call it yet, but by the time it's uploaded, it will have a name. I will, I'm not sure what to call it yet. I need some advice from the fiance. Yeah, so I want to thank you ladies for watching, and stay tuned. Who knows where this adventure will lead. Alright, so there's our construction so far. Alrighty, bye-bye for now.